Hello and welcome back to the Not So Weekly news from RC Model Reviews, and it's been a while, so there's a lot to talk about. I'll try and get through it really quickly, but I'll try to talk very slowly because people say you talk too fast, but honestly, when you're as enthusiastic about something as I am about this hobby, then you tend to gabble on. Well, I do anyway. So what have I got to show you this week? Well, what have I got? Look, my blackout, new motor, new ESCs, should be ready to go. Now, I got the motor. I thought, we're going to get one of these Tiger motors from, because everywhere you look, they're out of stock. And I found a place in Australia. It's just over the ditch from here. A place in Australia. Look in the description, you'll see a link to that place. Excellent service. I've got to say, credit where credit's due. I ordered the motors and they arrived like 3 days later, which is not too bad. I've had worse service from here in New Zealand. Some of the companies here that I've dealt with, they'll take a week or two to deliver, but this company straight away, and at a pretty good price when you factor in the freight. Really good. So if you're looking for Tiger motors for these things, have a look in the description. You'll see the company I was dealing with, and as I say, only one data point. They looked after me very well, so hopefully they'll do the same for you if you're going to order some motors for your miniquad, because as I say, they're hard to find. Another thing to mention is this. See that? That's Airborne magazine. Remember magazines? They're like the internet, but they're printed, and nothing moves. There's no video in them. But hey, this is a magazine I write for in Australia again. Australian magazine, Airborne. There's not many magazines left, but I've got to admit, there's something about sitting down with a magazine and browsing through. Even the ads look more interesting on print, and the articles are quite good. It's a really nice magazine. This has been going for years and years and years. I remember when the first issues of this came out, I was just a wee fella, and now look at me. I'm in my very, very late 20s and they're still going. So yeah, if you're looking for a magazine and you want to read what I write, well, hey, go and have a look at Airborne. They've got a website. I'll put a link to it in the description. Subscribe. Why not? Support the people that support me. That's what I say. Now, what else have I got to talk about? Questions. Oh yes, I've got a brand new model here I'll be testing on the weekend. Look at that. Believe it, I can actually fly this at the airfield, I think, because it's not radio controlled. So I could fly this at the airfield, but a little project I've been working on, and for Barry and myself, these things are about $1 each. They're like foam board, and they just, you press them out, push them together. Well, I've got some tiny electric motors and some really small servos. I was thinking, I wonder if I can make one of these RC. So that'll come up on my XJet channel pretty soon, I hope. Make one of these RC, so it'll be a really cheap and easy, very fast model to build. Now, I got some t-shirts. I'm not going to show you them all this time because I've got too many of them. One about auto gyro rotors and things. I'll show you that next time. But whoops, turn off the radio. Don't want that interrupting me. I got this t-shirt from the lovely people at Luminaire. Oh, how do you say it? They did tell me. I've forgotten already. Luminaire, see that t-shirt? And Luminaire and Get FPV. I think it's sort of like integrated into the one operation. And they sent me something. What was it? Oh yeah, here it is. They sent me a black case. Look at that, isn't that beautiful? See that? And it's even got my name on it. See, Pilot Bruce Simpson. They use Pilot kind of loosely, I think, in this case. But there you go. If you're looking for a case to put your multi-rotor in, your little mini 250 miniquad, this is it. Isn't that brilliant? Wonderful. So yeah. If you're looking for a plastic hard case, it means you can carry them around and toss it in the back of the car, no problems. So yeah, I'm really impressed to get this case. And it's got plenty of room in it. If you have a look inside, it's got room for your batteries, and I've got to say, it's actually, how do I open it? Oh, there we go. It's idiot proof. It's got room for your batteries, and you can put all sorts of stuff in here. See, I'm sure that you could find a place to put your bits and pieces in there. See that? What's that? Oh, it's got something in it. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. I don't unbox things here, but I will open the case. Look at the bling on this. Isn't that fantastic? It's another, of course, 250 miniquad. And, it comes, you can get this lovely case and all the bits and pieces and accessories. This is obviously going to be another review, but I thought I'd give you a sneak peek. Look at that. That's just bloody gorgeous, that is. When it comes to bling, woohoo! Now, as I say, I've got my blackout flying again, so I'm going to be very, very interested in comparing this little baby to the blackout and showing you the difference. Get FPV, or what do they call themselves, Luminaire, I think they sell the blackout as well as the QAV 250. So it's going to be interesting to compare these. But I love this case. This is bloody marvellous, because at the moment you throw your mini quad in the car and you throw your jacket on it and you bend a prop. But this, marvellous. And of course I've got the case for my Tyrannus as well, so I'll just be carrying suitcases everywhere I go now. Brilliant, excellent. So stay tuned for that review. That's going to be a real corker. I'm sure you'll like that one. And I've started the review on the FreeSky L9R X, whatever, the long-range FreeSky receiver, the 9-channel long-range receiver, and some interesting things I found there. I've got a bit more work to do on the bench with it because I've got to measure the data rate. How do they get extra long range out of 2.4? What are they doing to give double the range? Well, I think I know, but I've got to prove it on the bench. I'll show you some of the techie stuff I do just to see how they've achieved this long range, because basically the physical design of the receiver isn't that much different to the standard 8-channel receiver, the normal range one. So we'll take a good look and I'll try and do a bit of theory for you to explain just how you can get more range out of the same piece of hardware by changing some software, and we'll look closely at that. And we'll see if it works. Do you really get twice the range out of that thing? I don't know. I've got to find a way of testing it, don't I? Then there is the DAmico, the little competitor to the Mobius. I've done some flying with this, and I'm going to work on the software tonight. There's some software you download so you can change parameters, because as it comes out of the box, it's more suited for use in your vehicle as one of those dash cams than as an action camera for RC models. But I'm going to tweak all the settings, see how good we can get it to work, and then I'll do some filming on the weekend, probably with the Cine tank. I'll put the DAmico alongside the Mobius, catch exactly the same footage, put them up so you can compare them side by side. Some of the things I've noticed already, not so good, but hey, this isn't a review, just giving you a heads up. We'll do the full review next week so you can have a look for yourself. And while I'm in the business of handing out kudos and bouquets, I want to talk about Randall Lee. Probably never heard of Randall Lee. He's got a YouTube channel, and he's helped me quite a bit with the Walkera QRX 350 series, the reviews I'm doing on those, which it's required a bit of extra input, and Randall's actually stepped up to the plate. He's given me access to some of the software before Walkera made it available and so forth. So I'm giving Randall a big thumbs up and a big thanks. There's a link to his YouTube channel in the description. Go and visit it, go and have a look, because he's done a lot of stuff with the Walkera, and he's done a lot of stuff with the Blade QRX and other bits and pieces. So he deserves a bit of a pat on the back for doing that. And the Walkera reviews are coming up. They're sitting there. I've been waiting for time and place to do it. I've got these high school. Hopefully this weekend's fine. Hopefully I've got some fine weather this weekend, but because it's a high school, I can only get small window of opportunity to go down there and fly the stuff. So, get a couple of hours on a Sunday morning. You can't fit everything in. So, I just try and get it in, hopefully this weekend. More flying with the Cine tank as well, of course, because this is, I've got these plastics on, as I said in the review. I've got some woodies there. I haven't had time to turn up spaces, but I'll do some more testing with this, do some flying. As I say, I'm using it as a test bed. So on this little platform here will be the DAmico and the Mobius. We'll get some simultaneous video, and I'll just get some more timing on it because I really want to sort of get some hours up on that thing, see how it performs. And if you haven't watched my XJet channel, you'll be pleased to know I gave a presentation to the local district council, the owners of the airfield. There's a video on my XJet channel that describes how that went and what is happening now. So go and have a look at that if you're interested in the Tokoroa International Model Park. Apart from that, that's probably it for the day. I will get on with all this binchy stuff here, and I'll see you very soon on RC Model Reviews. Questions, comments, whatever, stick them underneath, and I'll do my best to address them. Thank you for watching. Now I've got to get back to the bench.